welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for coming back and checking it out every time that you do. I appreciate it and I get excited just to build my channel and everything like that, so thank you. I hope everybody had a wonderful and happy Thanksgiving. I think that's the last time I was on here. I did film this look a few days ago, and unfortunately, because I tried to film it on my iMac, is that what it's called? No, my Mac laptop, through iMovie, because I wanted to edit through iMovie, but I filmed through the iMovie lens, I guess you could say. Anyways, the lighting was awful. It was not working out, and I was super bummed because this look takes a while to achieve. I mean, it's a very glamorous smoky eye. To me, it's a really pretty look though for those fancy holiday work parties. I know one year Josh had a Christmas work party, and it was the kind where you get really dressed up and all of that, which I love. Oh, what a shock. But I do just love those work parties or Christmas parties or anything where you get to be glamorous, because, you know, we just need that excuse to get glammed up. Maybe you don't need that excuse. I don't. If I want to be glammed up, I'll be glammed up. But anyway, I do want to give you guys a heads up that this look could be intimidating. Like, when you watch me start to apply this, even I'm like, oh my gosh, this looks like insane. Like, this is just so sloppy. It's such a mess. But once it all comes together, I promise it's really pretty and really simple. It's just a matter of finding the right cool toned eyeshadows. Normally I do a lot of warm toned transition shades and stuff like that, which I love. It's my go-to. But I do think it was fun to work with something totally different, because for me, in my opinion, this is something totally different than what I typically do here on my channel. So I hope that you guys enjoy it. And yeah, like I said, don't be intimidated. Just keep trying. And also, can we just give appreciation to this cup? Anyone that's a Friends fan, which, okay, me and my sister and my best friend Jenny, we love Friends, and I saw this cup and I was like, my sister had it forever, and I was like, oh my gosh, this looks like the cup that Phoebe has every time they're at Central Perk. Phoebe has, hers is black with white polka dots, but this one is really pretty. It's white with gold, and I just thought it was so pretty. But the big polka dots and the big huge cup, I was just like, oh my gosh, like this can fit two large, off my Keurig, 2 large cups of coffee, like in one cup of this. So for me, I was just like, oh my gosh, it was $5, and I just love it. So anyways, I am currently drinking lemon water, but that had nothing to do with what I was saying. Let's just stop rambling and get started, because this tutorial is going to be pretty long. Okay, thanks for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't. Okay, bye. Okay, so let's jump right into this look, because it is going to take some time. First things first, I'm going to be using some Scotch tape. I literally just use this, and I have already taken the stickiness off of, taking it on the back of your hand first. And because I am using this trick, because I am definitely wanting more of a clean, sharper eye makeup look, and normally I kind of just wing it and go for it, but today I definitely need to be more precise with my eyeshadows and everything like that. So this look is very, in my opinion, glamorous, so I will be doing my foundation and everything, so I do want to show you guys just how I, you know, go about doing that with this eye look for something so smoky and everything like that. So let's just go ahead and get started. I have already primed my eyelids. I used my concealer. You guys can feel free, of course, to use whatever you have, especially if you have a real eyelid primer, but if you don't want to go out and buy one, honestly, concealer works just as good, and this is Maybelline Fit Me for like $6 at Target, whatever. So first, I am just taking a fluffy brush like this. And normally, you guys have seen me, those of you that have followed me since day one, know that I typically go in with a warm transition shade. This is definitely more of a cooler toned eye makeup look, so instead of picking up like these nice warm shades that I have hit pan on, I am going to start with cooler toned shades. So for today, this is what I'm going to pick up first in that crease area. And you do want to bring it all the way over to where the tape is at, because the wing that we're going to be doing, it kind of just blends itself all the way into one. It's not really like separate. So I am bringing this all the way down over to here. Normally I don't necessarily bring it all the way over there. I am gonna pull this look up again just so I can make sure, because there are some like tricks I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot about that part. But yeah, I mean, this look could initially look intimidating to try just because of how smoky it is, and like you have to be really precise. But honestly, with this wing and everything like that, it's not as hard as it looks, like, because it's all blended together. But yeah, this is the look that we're going for. So just gonna build up a little bit higher on the brow bone with this lighter, cooler tone shade. Okay, and this might come as like throw you guys off a little bit, but I am going to take my Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. No, I just lied. This is the NYX contour palette, but this shade right here, it has a really cool grayish undertone, so I am going to pick that up and just use it as an eyeshadow. And I'm going to just put this in the crease as well. Because it just has more of a grayish, and the gray is what's blended into the black. So we're using gray tones instead of the typical like neutral warm tones. If you guys keep seeing me reach, I am doing this eye off camera just to save time, because this is like a longer tutorial as far as how long it's going to take to get this tutorial. I mean, eye makeup look down and precise, and it's like, do we really need to watch both eyes? Probably not. So next I am just going to be taking, I'm gonna need a few blending brushes, but for starters I am going to, looking for, there it is, this type of brush. It's an angled brush and it's really like flat and together. And I am picking up this black shade. It's just a black eyeshadow, so I feel like you guys will have to see this. But I'm picking that up just on the edge part, and you guys can use any black eyeshadow, obviously. And then I am just going to start follow kind of like the line when your eye is like half open, half shut. But don't put it on that line, because then when you open your eyelid, it's gonna not look tight. So just kind of get where that's at and then follow it, and then that's where you're gonna follow, like drag the black eyeshadow, okay? I don't know if that's making any sense, but I hope it is. And we do go in with a liquid liner or gel liner or pencil, whatever you have. I just prefer liquid because it's easy for me to use. With this eye makeup look, I definitely recommend, like, you know, playing with it before. Like, I wouldn't just be like, oh, I have this event to go to, and like right before you just attempted to get this makeup look. I mean, you can if you're a pro. I would not consider myself a pro, so I would definitely, like, I'm just gonna go in with like a brush like this and just kind of blend that in a little bit. Yeah, I would not consider myself a pro, and I would never just like attempt to do this look like right before an event. I would definitely practice, and then be like, oh, okay, I think I got it down, and then go for it. But I mean, it is simple. It just takes a lot of time and patience. So if you're rushed, like most of the time I am, because I think that I plot out enough time to get ready, and then I just don't. So next I'm going to take this shade right here. It has a little bit of a peach undertone, but not too much. And then I'm gonna combine it with this shade right here. It has a little bit more of a shimmer, and it's just, they're very pale colors, and that's what I'm gonna be using on my lid. I'm just taking a brush and packing this on the lid. And the black is gonna make this look very cut crease at first, but it will all come together. And if I keep looking down, it's because I'm continuing to look at this picture so I can make sure I'm doing it right. Okay, next I am picking up this one shade in my, this is the Maybelline Nudes palette. And you guys have seen me use this, but I'm going to use this dark shade right here because it's it's a cooler toned brown, but it will probably on my skin tone show up a little gray, which is what I'm gonna kind of go for, just to build this up a little bit more darker so it's just not the black right there. And I'm just gonna take this brush and just kind of dab the tip of it, tap off the excess, and really just kind of blend above the black, just to build a little bit more smokiness. While still keeping it like tighter. And while you guys are doing this, you're gonna be like, oh my gosh, you're like insane, I need to wipe this off and start over. It's one of those looks where if you just keep with it and just like don't give up on the look, it will come together in the end. So, okay, so the part that kind of starts to get a little tricky, and this sucks because I am running low on my eyeliner. I need to pick up a new one, it's just kind of drying out. But I am taking my liquid matte drying NYX eyeliner. So normally when I do a wing, I keep it really tight along the eyelid and then just kind of flick out like what I have shaped out right there. But with this, I'm going to keep it tight and then kind of build it up halfway to my eye and just kind of start to flick it and blend it into the eyeliner. And I'm also going to take it and put it up there a little bit because it kind of has this like rounding part in the eyeliner. I'll show you the pictures. I don't know if you can see what I'm talking about. But right here, how it just is kind of rounded is what I'm trying to explain to you guys. So let's attempt this. Again, like I said, I've already done this look once for you guys. So I just always go get the initial line. Okay, so I have it just wrapped around my lash line. So I'm going to start about here is where I started to really build it up a little bit, and I'm going to get a little thicker. But you want to make sure it like blends into the thickness. Like you don't want to just have like thin space like and then like high. It like blends into it like that. I'm sure you guys know that, but just to be safe so you know I'm not leading you astray. So I'm going to kind of create that circle part right there. And then just smoke it and bring it back. So I hope that I can zoom this part in for you guys, because this part I think could be the trickiest. And if you don't want to get that the eyeliner the exact same, because it can be like intimidating or it could become a mess really fast and easy, you can always just do like a regular, if I could speak correctly, you could always just do like a regular winged eyeliner. But because I thought this look was really pretty, I loved the detail of the eyeliner, and I think it is nice to just do the extra glam sometimes and take the effort to get it all, you know, different, just something different than what we normally do. So okay, so while I was off camera doing this eye, I did go ahead and put on my false lashes. I have not put on mascara to darken them up and like show off the length a little bit, but I did just go ahead and do that to save a little bit of time. So next I'm going to take off the tape, and you guys can see how it kept it sharp. And then the tricky part, the reason why I wanted to do my foundation on camera is because once you do your eyes, sometimes it's like, oh my gosh, I'm going to ruin the look with when I apply my makeup. So that doesn't have to be the case, but today I am going to apply, because I do want a little bit more of a mattified finish, just because the look I guess I'm going for, like I'm not going for this like dewy look. I am just going to take my MAC . Okay, so now that I have my foundation, obviously we're going to blend this all out. I am going to pick up my Urban Decay foundation brush, and I am going to spritz it with some Fix Plus. And then we're just going to blend this out. I need to take my earring out real quick. It's so crazy. Today is the 9th. And me and my husband have been together, not married, but together for 4 years. And I know for some that's not that long, but you know, when you're in it, it's like, how has it already been 4 years? Like, it can't possibly already have been 4 years. Like, 4 years is, when you think about it, it's like a while. And it just goes so fast. Like, I remember when I was younger, they'd always be adults. Always hear adults being like, "Oh, time goes by so fast when you're grown up." Okay, they didn't talk like that. I don't know why I just said that. Next, I am taking my Maybelline concealer, and this is the part that's gonna get tricky, like to really keep this look together. But what I do is I am just going to trace. This is also will help you clean up your eye look, and then just keep this here. And I'm not doing like a huge bright under eye, like I'm not bringing it down as low like I normally do, just because, like, although this is a glamorous look, I don't want a lot of going on the face part, just because there's so much, the eye look is so smoky. So I'm still going to do the usual contouring, because this isn't the part that I feel like stands out. It's the under eye that makes a huge difference. And then just blend that out. And then just when you're blending, get really close and follow the line, and it's just gonna add to that sharp look and keep it really clean, in my personal opinion. Okay, so now that we have the basics on, I am going to do a different step that you guys have not seen me do. I am taking this little e.l.f. compact, and this has a dark shade right here, and I'm going to use that for contouring. Now this is the part that I haven't done. I'm taking like a eyeshadow angled brush, but I am just gonna dip this into here like that, and I'm going to draw out my contour. Like that. And I was thinking about taking a fluffier brush to blend it, but I'm just going to use this because I really want to keep it, I am going to have to go with another brush because it's really dark and sharp, which is fine. But I wanted a more sharper contour as opposed to more of a bronzier look. I want more like sculpted out cheekbones, I guess you could say, for this look. And I'm going to take some down the bridge of my nose, or no, the sides of my nose. Kind of being sloppy with it because I never really contour my nose. But yeah, I am just going to go in with this fluffy brush that I have. Just this one from Sephora. This is the number 50. But the trick with this is I am doing my contour before I set my face with the normal powder that I do, because the powder is going to soften this up a lot. Like a lot. So I'm just taking my MAC C4 Studio Fix powder, and this is another new trick I don't think I've done on camera before, but I am taking, this is a Laura Mercier like puff. And I'm just going to kind of like twist this in here and get some product. And normally you guys see me do this like part with a brush, but I am just going to press this and pounce this into my skin, and you can see how much it like softened my contour, and it is not over here like this. And this to me gives a little bit more coverage. Now it's not that I'm looking for more coverage, it's just that like for this glamorous look, I feel like more coverage gives more of that like doll face effect, like flawless. And so that's why I am doing this technique as opposed to just kind of brushing some on to just more set it. I am kind of packing this on for more of a coverage. Okay. So then next I am going to pick up my Kat Von D Shade and Light palette, and I'm going to pick this middle shade up right here and just take this brush again. And I'm going to use that to warm up my forehead. And then make sure to bring some on the outer parts of your temples, just so it's all blended and not like contour, white, tan. It just makes it all blend and come together. Just add a little bit over there. And so then next I am going to take my Kat Von D brush, and I'm going into my NYX palette right here, and I'm going to pick up this banana shade because I don't want anything too harsh like extra, but I am going to pat some under the eye. Just set the concealer. I did go under my eyes with my little puff of powder, but I did just want to get a little bit of that brightness. And then I'm going to pick up that shade next to it, the whiter shade, and carve out my right here. Okay, and then for blush with this look, I do want something, they didn't show the face in this picture, so I'm kind of like guessing as far as how the blush looked, but I have this CoverGirl blush. It's really pretty. It's the shade 510 Iced Plum, and to me it's like the perfect like rosy pink color. Okay, so that's that, and then next we're just going to finish off the under eye part, and we are just going to be using the same exact colors that we used for the crease, and then build that up. So just taking those same shades that I used, and I am bringing them down a little bit, because then when the black is on, like I'm still gonna have like another like more dimension of a shade underneath the black. And you're blending that into the winged liner. Okay, so while I was blending out this eye with the gray, building up the gray underneath, I went ahead and just put the black. And then, so I'm just going in with this Precise brush and keeping it tight on the lash line. This is black eyeshadow, not liner. I use shadow because with all this black, I don't want it all to like smudge and get into the corner of my eyes. I hate that. And eyeshadow doesn't smear. It may smear, but it's not, definitely not as fast as like what eyeliner does. I should say the word smear. I should say more like smudges. But I did smoke out that line better. I like that one better. I'm gonna bring this one a little lower. And I do put it on the waterline, just so there's not like the black and then you can see the white waterline. But then I'm just going to take my CoverGirl Lash Blast mascara. I'm going to put that on the lower lash line. And then I am going to just kind of put this in like out on the fake lashes just to make them stand out a little bit and make them look a little more natural, even though there's nothing natural about this look. Okay, so this is the final eye look, and then the color lip that they do is a really burgundy red, which is fine. I just have been obsessed with this shade, and this is what I had used originally. This is a Estee Lauder shade, and it's number 88, and it's called Rubelite Shimmer, and it's like the perfect just rose red pinkish color. Like, you get the best of both worlds in my opinion. So I just decided to use this lipstick. So on camera I do feel like it's showing up a little bit more pink. In person, I feel like you do get a little bit more of like a reddish tone. Maybe it's because I am wearing red today, which is probably the wrong choice of color to do with like this lip. But, you know, if you're wearing something like nude, or maybe you're wearing red and you want to do a nude lip, that would really pretty too. So anyways, this is the final look though, you guys. I hope that you guys try it. And like I said, don't be intimidated. I mean, it did look a little insane when I was attempting it, but once it all comes together, I think it's a really pretty glamorous Christmas holiday look. You know, maybe you want to save it for New Year's, because I know sometimes that's a little bit more glam. But yeah, I hope that you guys try it, and I hope you all have a Merry Christmas. I'm going to try to get one more tutorial before Christmas, but if not, Merry Christmas to everybody, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!